They were so eager to support Kevin McCarthy. Again, in this 15 round, I don't even want to call it a heavyweight bout where he was humiliated over. How many times can you get punched? They gotta stop the fight, we're thinking, right? So, but they kept coming back. They said, we're gonna pledge our support with Kevin, and some people are worth it. He's not. Some people are worth your undying loyalty and support. These fellow Republicans ditched their families, right? Representative Kevin McCarthy, finally Speaker of the House. It happened late Friday. Again, 15 humiliating rounds of voting, okay? Let's go to Jezebel and talk about their take on it. Victory would not have been possible without him backtracking like a coward. Accusations of drinking on the House floor, and apparently several GOP congressmen with ailing families. I mean, this is serious stuff, including premature-born baby, right? A newborn. Needs dad, not there. Being forced to stay in Washington or travel back in order to vote for McCarthy. One congressman's baby had been born prematurely and his wife was hospitalized. The wife of another had a stroke. A third volunteered to miss his mother's funeral. Let's stop there, Ben. Kevin McCarthy apparently was so worth it, so decent, such a leader that they had to see him through. Don't go to mom's funeral?
Yeah, Kevin McCarthy is to blame for a lot of stuff. He's obviously to blame for this as well. I don't even think you can really blame the lawmakers that had to miss their family events on this, because people would have criticized them both ways. People would have said, oh, you're not letting government go on with its business. So Kevin McCarthy was the one putting the roadblock that was stopping them. But if they hadn't gone, it would have dragged out longer, them being unable to pursue the matters of the people. Now, of course, all of it is pointless and they should have been there with their families, just because the matters of the people that they're fighting for are not matters the people care about in the least. What was their first order of business? Let's make sure we cancel the 87,000 IRS agents that were not, as they lie, and pretend we're there to tackle you and to tackle your finances. No, they were there to finally try to enforce the rich that are evading their taxes. What else did they do? Second order of business, or first, I don't remember the order at this point. Ethics committee, let's get rid of that. Their plans are make sure we don't pay taxes and make sure we're not held to ethical standards. Way to go. What an agenda. May as well go to the funeral at that point.
Yeah, let's just spread some hate. Politico's Olivia Beavers reported if the ballots kept dragging out, several Republicans would indeed have to miss it. The list included Representative Wesley Hunt, Republican out of Texas, whose wife just gave birth, Representative Kevin Hern, Oklahoma. Mother recently died, Representative Ken Buck, Colorado, who had a planned non-emergency medical procedure, AKA surgery. That's what it is, you know. Beavers noted that Representative Roger Williams had a family matter, but said he wouldn't miss any speaker votes. I don't know what the family matter was. Oh yeah, New York Times reported more on it. Hunt's situation, namely that he'd flown home to be with his wife after her hospitalization for complications in the premature birth of their son this week. Then McCarthy called Hunt back to DC to vote for him, as he did Buck, because McCarthy was likely to lose a 15th vote without them. He needed every vote and then he needed others to vote present. Hern allegedly said he was prepared to stay in DC for as long as his vote was needed, potentially missing his mother's funeral on Saturday. Republicans finally elected McCarthy late Friday night. So in theory, Hern made it to the funeral after all. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said Monday that Williams' family matter was that his wife had a literal stroke. He chose sticking with his party over going home to his family. MTG, the town crier there, making sure everybody knows. Should Hern inherit anything from his mother? One time, but I just need to ask, and I don't know, maybe his mother would have said, maybe her last words were, get to DC, okay? Get there for McCarthy. I don't know, but I do have that serious question. Should Hern inherit one dime?
Well, I actually do have here his mother's last words, and exactly, you were close. Breaking they were make sure you're there for the ego parade of Kevin So she never knew. He never knew what the end of the sentence was. It could have been Kevin McCafferty. It could have been somebody different. We don't know.
We'll never know. Now we'll never know.
I know, it's a big problem.
Appreciate the breaking news.
You're welcome. Always here for you.
It's all the more galling when compared to the Democrats' dads who brought their babies to the Capitol last week, including Representative Jimmy Gomez. Now this right here is the cutest baby I've ever seen. It had such fat little cheeks, okay? I love these babies, love these babies. And what did these dads do? They brought them to work with them, okay? And it's not just that you bring the little baby, okay, it's a little person, you just bring the baby in, get past the metal detectors, but it's everything with it. Look at the strollers, diaper bags, ointment, okay, milk, baba, pacifiers.
Well, Sharon, you're forgetting another one of the important pieces of legislation that the new Republican House immediately did. They got rid of the metal detectors, so that's not an issue. You don't need them.
Correction.
You're welcome. You don't need them going into the House chamber now. And also, both of those babies got more votes than McCarthy in the first 12 rounds. So
I voted twice. I could just pinch cheeks. Can we put the picture up one more time, please? Please, Alex. The cheeks are everything to me, okay? And I'd rather focus on these babies. And frankly, those baby strollers that you can't just wheel them onto a plane. They've got to be checked out thoroughly because who knows what could happen, right? Who knows what could happen if it goes unchecked? These babies are just everything. Where does McCarthy stand today, having gotten this? It is, I think we both have to admit this, Ben. It does seem like undying loyalty, never-ending support.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be speaker forever. There'll be no issues, even though he had to sell whatever little corner of his soul he had left. Now only one member can bring up for a vote to get him out of office. So we definitely have in our future many more long nights of many more rounds of votes until they get another speaker. I think you got some chance Hakeem Jeffries ends up speaker with Santos might go to jail. A couple others aren't available for one of these votes, and boom, you got a decent human in there instead of McCarthy, who the most annoying thing to me about him, aside from his abhorrent policies, is that he closes his eyes constantly when he talks. He has like little orgasms whenever something happens. He goes, "We've finally."
I can't unhear that. McCarthy
finally done it. Thank you. Where he says, "We've defeated Nancy Pelosi." It's very unpleasant to see. I'm sorry for reproducing it.
Yeah, and imagine like being in the same room with it, up close. Personal, It's I will say this: you mentioned Hakeem Jeffries and his acceptance speech, and we just talked about Dr. Dre, Marjorie Taylor Greene, which MTG would be a cool rap name if it wasn't belonging to her. I thought Hakeem Jeffries, Dr. Dre wouldn't mind if he played his music.
Probably true. I mean, it would be perfect to the background of his ABCs of what Democrats stand for over Republicans, 100%.
Yeah.
Also, this is totally unrelated, but I do feel like it's appropriate time to share with you all my new rap name. After President Abraham Lincoln, my new rap name is Lincoln Bio.
Okay, I love it. I love it.